Good day, everyone. Welcome back to our favorite program, Dignity Discourse on Dignity TV Media and Talent Management. Today we have, as usual, another special guest in the studio. She is Mrs. Mercy Osai. She is the president and founder of Women of Dignity International, a non-governmental organization based here in Toronto, Ontario, popularly called WODI, W-O-D-I, which means Women of Dignity International. Welcome to the studio, Mrs. Osai.
Thank you so much, and it's a wonderful time meeting you, and I know we've had a lot of discussions, but it's so wonderful coming into the studio with you. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for coming once again.
You're welcome.
It's pretty much going back and forth this period around,
the season as well.
Now, the season, would you want, today we want to solely talk about empowerment, helping people, women. I know your concentration is on helping women, but we want a society whereby everybody can feel loved, everybody can feel their essence of why they are here. And many people try to figure out how they can do things. They need help. Some can speak up, some cannot speak up. So let's get started from you telling us more about yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Who is Mrs. Mercy? Who is Mrs. Mercy?
Yeah, I'm Mercy Itohan Osai, a graduate of mass communication. I had the diploma from the Federal Polytechnic Auchi. That's in Edo State.
Nigeria.
Nigeria, from where I went to Delta State University for my degree. And from the degree level, I went further to the prestigious university in Nigeria, University of Lagos, where I obtained my master's degree in same mass communication field.
Mass communication.
It's been a race of me being passionate about reaching out to people, talking to people, and trying to heal the soul, not just the physical, appearance or the person. And as an individual, a mother married to Mr. Monday Onaiwo, and we're blessed with 4 children, lovely children. And most times I look out based on my experience. As a woman, you've used the word that we're focusing on women, because we believe an average woman out there, it's an umbrella that is covering the youth, the children, the husband, and the community. So if you're empowering a woman, you're empowering a society. You're reaching out to a wider range. An average woman is out there to see to virtually everything. Is this the right shape? Is this the right word? Is this the right attitude? And sometimes we ask ourselves, with the devices and issues in the society today, where are the women? So the distractions are what Women of Dignity is looking out for. What are these distractions? A woman will want to work to get some bills attended to. She will want to make some money, to support the husband, to ensure the kids are comfortable. But if the environment is not there to embrace taking care of the children, like going to the crèche, which is very expensive, you see she'll be discouraged. So for we at Women of Dignity International, we are passionate about what brings the woman out there to be a contributor to the society. So the key word is, come on, let's empower these ones. And when the woman is empowered, the entire family gets such support. So for Itohan Mercy Osai, the key word is empowerment. And when we say empowerment, we want the women empowered so they can build the society.
Thank you. That's a good one. Talking about empowerment, before you get to this level, I know most people would have say, I've been doing it while I was in school. I've been doing it, part of a society that we contribute to assist women, girls, and, younger ones, the most vulnerable in the society. How has it been like before you get to this stage? How did you get, what inspires you? I understand you said, building a woman is, empowering the whole community. But what really inspired you? And was there a time that you feel this is not for me? What really inspired you? Let's start with that.
Yeah, we'll start with this, what inspiration aspect. And I worked in a firm one of the best microfinance organizations in Nigeria and West Africa. Yeah.
Okay.
Lapo Microfinance Bank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I started with the non-profit organization aspect of it, where we had so much to do with the women. And there are days you go home in tears. You're like
hearing other people's stories.
Hearing other people's stories.
Women especially.
Women,
right?
yeah, majorly women. And even if the men are talking to you, it always boils down to what the women can do for them as husbands. And in those days, there were this room to empower so many via loan services. And a lot of these loan services were little but very mighty in the hands of these women.
To them
very key.
Because they need to do
they channel it into the business, they make good profit, they make repayment, they take care of the home, they own houses, and I looked at it as a growth pattern. So I worked from the non-profit level of the organization, then it upgraded into a microfinance bank. At the point of becoming a microfinance bank, I grew to the level of handling the nationwide scholarship program for Lapo Microfinance Bank. That gave me a great opportunity to see the brilliant children from poor backgrounds. I tell you, these kids, they are A1s. But when you see them, no good nourishment, no good environment, but the brain, it's from God, and you can't take it from anyone. And so it gave me this inspiration to see women as people who can get what they want, do the best out of it, and to support our society. And then I grew to the position of being the group head of the client protection and support, department. And it was awesome. You're meeting women who've made it via trading. They started with little token, and there they are. They were not stealing in the society. They were not lazying about. They just needed that empowerment of the financial support.
Women.
Dignified. Yeah. They stand out in everything. And if you look at their children, a lot of them were able to raise doctors and engineers. So it gave me this mindset to say, anywhere I go, anywhere I find myself, when there is a need to pull a woman up there, I'm going to make sure she's a dignified woman. And I had to work on my own self. And as soon as I came to Canada, thank God for a beautiful environment. You get courses free. You can read online.
Opportunities for you.
So I moved on, and I took out time to volunteer with the Salvation Army.
Okay.
And
here in Canada?
Here in Canada.
Okay.
I volunteered with the Salvation Army for 1 year. I volunteered with the New Circles. I volunteered with Culture Link. So these experiences were what I sat down to compare. I'm coming from this background.
Now
here I am now.
Now have this
what do we put together? And how do we get the women to be dignified? And in going out with a little survey, I discovered 80% of the women were dignified, but they needed to showcase
support.
What they need. They needed empowerment. They need a way to, showcase such gifts and natural endowments. And so we came up with Women of Dignity International, WODI. And today, WODI is actually a household name because an average woman got a lot to offer the society. And we're seeing a lot of role models in our midst who are able to take up a lot of activities within us. And they're so entrepreneurial. So we're seeking for more trainings. We need support. For them. We need more support. We need, outstanding activities that will keep these women busy.
So they can be better version of themselves.
And contributing to the society.
Is there a particular category or set of people, or is there any age range of people that are opportune to have this opportunity with WODI? Yeah,
it's all age range. Why? Because we deal with the youth, we deal with the women. Whatever age, we have grandmothers in our midst, and they're still very versatile. They're still giving us so much ideas, still contributing. Some still want to do more to learn what the times can offer for now to live for themselves. And I tell you, an average woman is a model of knowledge. You're looking at somebody, you're like, oh, I don't know if this woman is going to accept this. And when you take it step by step, she's like, wow, this is beautiful. I welcome this initiative. So we have a lot of women, and Women of Dignity is it's an open door for everyone. For everyone.
Women, basically.
Basically.
Right?
So the women can always take it back to the men.
Yeah, to the men. Okay.
We just
looking at our program is all centered about positive behavior in the society.
Yeah, attitude.
Trying to celebrate dignified people, because we are in an era whereby everywhere you turn to and things, the content you see on social media and everywhere are basically about celebrating people that cannot really even define where they are coming from. They just got there by you understand. So, and most of our kids are watching this. Some have started having depressing episodes about life because they think this person is better than me. What am I doing wrong? So we want a situation whereby, you know, just like you said, women are the shapers of the society positively. What are your members, you know, what do they feel, or what has been their contribution to ensure that at least as dignified women, they take home to their children, you know, words of encouragement, words of letting them understand that there is value when you walk with dignity and don't look at all the happenings that are going out there. Be yourself. Do you have any program that keeps on pushing for these and making sure it gets down to the younger ones?
Very well. Not too long ago, we were part of a crusade to ensure the bullying level was addressed. And a lot of mothers, you know, turned up.
Contributed.
But for us at Women of Dignity International, we do our impact talk on a daily basis. Okay. And a lot of the topic is channeled to encouraging the women to teach the children, to build a society we used to know in the past. To see ourselves as role models,
as ambassadors, wherever we come from.
Where we come from and the environment we're in now. To me, Canada is home. And so whatever culture we're bringing in a multicultural environment like this, it becomes very vital to bring in decency. Yeah, in quotes. And a lot of these mothers, they go back home, implement these ideas, and then you get some, you know, testimonies from them that gives us the encouragement to move further. Now we're empowering those women because the voice of a woman is very, very unique in the home, is unique in the society, in every gathering, you know. And a lot of mothers have the patience to learn. They are not so much in a hurry. So with our impact talk as a daily dose to ensuring women get to know the difference between, oh, I'm bringing up a child for myself and I'm bringing up a child for the society. It's very key. And when the children, when they are out there, how do they behave? What are the things one can tag to say, oh, this child is from a good upbringing, is having a moral that is stabilized. So we're very key with that. And at the same time, we look out for our women. Take, for instance, a mother who's got toddlers and she needs to be empowered. We go as far as aiding them, trying to see how we come in as women. You know, the cultural basis, the way we were brought up, where
totally different from
so because everybody want to walk, everybody want to make some dollars.
You need to work, of course.
Sure, the bills are
the bills are
you know.
always,
so we volunteer to like, oh, you could, you know, do this. We'll support you with this, and at the end of the day, everyone is smiling home. So it's an impact that we believe every woman is fully a part of. Take a look at those who got some entrepreneurial skills and they bring it on the platform. Everyone is learning. For others to learn. And it's beautiful when you're seeing women, you know, putting on good smiles, living better, having a healthy lifestyle. And we're just running with that.
Okay. We're going to go on a short break now. So when we come back, we're going to talk about challenges and what has made Woody a strong organization that is still thriving today. We'll be back shortly. Thank you. Welcome back, our viewers. We are back on your favorite program, Dignity Discourse. We still have the founder, Mrs. Mercy, in the studio. WODI, the founder of WODI, Women of Dignity International. WODI is the acronym for it, so it's what everybody knows the organization to be. So before we go on the short break, we were talking about how they help people. Are there age criteria? Are there criteria whereby you have to be a certain class of woman to join the organization? And she says no for all women because they believe women are the shapers of the society. Welcome back, Mrs. Mercy.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Again, before we went on break, we had those normal discussions. But now I want to ask, as a mother, as somebody that is shaping the society, how has it been for you managing everything? You're working, you're a mom, you have to nurture your own children, you have to nurture other children in the society, you have to guide other women that are trying to find their feet in the organization. You have to attend to your husband and every other thing. How are you managing it? How are you managing it?
It's a whole lot of volume, but at the same time, when you want to tell yourself you're a dignified woman, I think the energy just come in,
And you're able to multitask like it's
multitasking. It's key. You're driving yourself. You're making the meals. You're doing the teaching. You're doing the video coverage.
At the same time, you're thinking about other women
that you want to reach out to. So it's virtually been a time management skill. Okay. What do you want to do in the morning? What do you want to do in the month of December? And because I relate more with women, I try as much as possible to do a schedule on a daily basis. I try not to leave my home without knowing what I'm doing in the next 10 minutes. It's as short as that. And then when I'm carrying people along, I desire speed. But it can't come. Out of 10 persons, you could have two that can deliver the speed, And it runs back to the home background. I have 4 lovely children. In as much as I'm passionate about seeing WODI delivery, I want to deliver it home first. So they are like more or less my experimental background. So before the larger society. So I try to put a very, very checkmating, process in the home. I want to know what are the kids doing on the internet. I want to know what was the school, challenges that they are having. And most times when I do this with my children, I can talk to other mothers. Take for instance, Sylvester's case is a global news right now. Everybody is like, oh, this shouldn't happen next time.
If the parents are being
nurtured, watchful, and also the school. So at the end of the day, we want to see a woman who gets this information in the public, utilize it in the home, and then draw a synergy that can deliver. And the rating of delivery is how the home front is. When you're coming out, are you peaceful? Are you contented with whatever you're doing and what you have?
And are you happy?
You're happy.
So you can pass that energy to
others. And discipline and loving are two mixtures that sometimes I personally apply. I believe when you want a child not to do a certain thing, you should be able to teach that child lovingly. There are things mothers can do with joke. The children takes it better than, the nagging. So it's virtually a kind of, I use the word most times when I do my presentations, it's a pot of soup.
Okay.
If you're going to put in the veggies, you're going to put in the sauce, you're going to put in the
I don't know
chicken.
how to cook those.
You should learn that. So it's a complete parcel for an average woman to live, a life that is professional, a life that empowers the community, a life that takes care of the home.
To be able to balance.
Because at the same time, you're not going to lose your finance. So you should work hard. You should be able to, make a schedule. What do I do at this time? If I have a target of this, so amount of dollars, how do I achieve it?
So time management is of essence.
Very key. Very key.
Okay.
Sometimes I say to people, I don't waste 30 minutes. I try not to, because it's valuable.
You try as much as possible not to be like the usual Nigerian that will say, African time.
Oh, no.
Okay.
African time doesn't work most times because it's going to kill the whole day, So
especially this part of the world that we are.
Oh my God.
Have to be on time.
Time flies too.
Nobody takes you serious when you're late.
Good when you're late and you're not keeping to time. So from activities to activity, sometimes you get to some programs that are like, we're starting in the next 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, we're starting in the next 30 minutes. I'm not going to argue. I just pick up my bag. I move to the next. I have another event. So yours shouldn't erode into someone else. So I move. So time management, very key, very factual. And at the same time, we should be able to work on our finance. Recently, I've been able to gather one fact that a lot of hard depressed mothers, women, it's the financial mismanagement.
That is.
You don't have the scope. You don't need it. No need spending your hard-earned money on it.
Yeah, talking about that, it has become a norm in the society, especially watching what's going on the internet. People seems to want to work very hard, get money and spend it without building wealth. They want to impress people they don't even talk to.
On the
they
social
just want
platform.
people to see them as, I have arrived. Not only women, but it is more getting, very, very
highly pronounced now.
Yeah, pronounced now that people become depressed despite the fact that you see them wearing lots of designers, flashy things, and you think, this person has arrived. Is there? And you said something on financial literacy.
Yeah.
Do you have a program whereby you teach women that, just like what you said now, if you don't need this, you don't have to buy it?
Yeah.
So, is there any programs that you currently
like the financial literacy program? And I greatly appreciate the partners who gave us the opportunity to get real key issues addressed for women. And the key thing we do right now is, back to the impact talk I mentioned, we do them like teachings. Okay. A woman talking to you to encourage you, a woman telling you, what to do about healthy living, a woman telling you what to do about finance. Like the treasurer of our organization, Mrs. Olawumi Davis, she's someone who is into financial literacy, and she's doing so much in that field. And most times she comes up with what women should do with their resources. Recently, she was able to give us a download of how to manage the credit card. You are abusing it.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that.
Yeah.
Because what is of essence in this part of the world, even in Africa, but just so because many people do not know.
Utilize it, yeah.
Many people do not know that there are credit checks and stuff like that in Africa also. But because here it is more pronounced, you can't actually do anything without having a good credit or whatever. Are you teaching these women on how to, maintain a good credit score? To, it affects everything. So
yes.
Are you?
So our financial director, that's what she does. And like the last section, we got about 32 questions coming to us. So I got a credit card, and I think I made some purchase on so dates. What do I do? They go to the bank, they hear, okay, just I need money, that's all, and they go back home. So the next thing is like, oh, you've not managed this, credit facilities well. And so it was an eye opener. It was a section that a lot of calls were coming in. People were asking questions. Okay. Oh, I didn't know this. Now I understand. And we were like, okay, there's a need to repeat such. So with the financial literacy, I know there's a subsection of such, topic. They go through this training, they're empowered, and they know what investment to take in, to pull in their money. Not just you're working so hard, you're there in the social media, everybody knows you, but back home, you're like, oh, what's going on? No. So a financial analysis is virtually what an average woman would need. It has nothing to do with your language or your color. Yeah. This is money power we're talking about. Yeah. And when you can control it, you live a very contented life. Yeah. So it's like telling a child, you're 10 years old, you don't need a limousine. That's the fact. Yeah. What balance and what kind of budget do you run with? Yeah. And an average woman really needs to be empowered with that. So we're coming up with financial literacy programs. And I'm so glad a few organizations are ready to partner with Women of Dignity International, reaching out to the women. Because I tell you, when mothers are well built, I think a lot of our societal issues will take a better shape.
Yeah. I believe in that also. I believe the society we have now has lots to do about women. Like me, while growing up, I would say most of this discipline that I got that made me who I am today is basically because of my mom. Yeah. She scolded me at every opportunity that she has. Like
speaking to you.
Yeah, speaking to you. And it's to get to a point like I would say, okay, Mom, okay, I know you're going to beat me, but can I eat first? Because I know I'm going to get beaten. But,
oh my God.
It's really shaped you.
Yeah.
And at times, she understood at a point that, okay, I don't have to beat this kid again. She sits me down, talk to me. So when you remember, somebody does not need to beat you before you start crying when you hear certain things. Yeah. So this is the kind of society we want again. So that our kids our younger ones can understand the essence of why they are here. Yeah. Their own parents has responsibilities. Yeah. Children too, younger ones, they have responsibilities too. But if an average woman in the society does not know what she needs to do herself to shape the family,
becomes an error.
This is the kind of society that we have. Talking about all these management and trying to, empower all the people. Has there been any time or any period that you have challenges, or are you still having challenges now that you feel, oh, people are not being supportive, people are giving me? So do you want to share?
Share? In everything that's so beautiful and glamorous, you like in Women of Dignity, we embrace everyone. And we try as much as possible not to be judgmental, because you're going to learn from A will be learning from C, so it's a networking. And I think a few of the challenging approach are some of those activities that needs financial support. Okay. We have, programs lined up, and we're looking at, how do we get the fund to do this, to put this program in place, and then how do we reach out to the manpower capacity. So most times it's challenging when we have to tax ourselves. We have to raise fund.
Okay. Members.
The board.
Okay, the board.
Yeah, because our members are
programs are free
for our members.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we come together as a board and we raise money. We keep raising money, and it's challenging because at a point we have some huge financial needs, and we tend to downsize the project, and then we're like, okay, this is the best we can do.
We can afford.
But we're soliciting to everyone who believes in a woman to support Women of Dignity International, because one, any woman we're supporting is building at least 10 people in the society. And a few of our volunteers are out there right now, as I'm with you here. They're out there in the communities, distributing food to families.
Oh, okay. You do that too, like a food bank?
Yeah, we have a food bank section, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Saturdays.
Okay,
So
that's awesome.
when you're reaching out to these families, the joy and the enthusiasm to get the little we can offer tells us, look, we should do more. Yeah, so we really, get challenged in those areas, and at the same time, we're needing to expand already. So our office need, so many things. A lot of the trainings we want to do, we need more computers, we need, office equipment. So these are a few of the challenges we're right now, encountering. Yeah.
Okay. Do Woody is, I know, is it based only in Toronto here, or where can people find
Woody is a global organization.
Okay.
And that's why we have the word international.
Okay.
Yes, Women of Dignity International. We're embracing every culture, every race, and every, individual. Why we made it so open and embracing is to ensure there is no segregation. We don't want to feel, oh, you're right there in South Africa, for instance. You cannot be empowered. Everyone can be empowered. Take the COVID, era for instance. We've had a lot we've done with the Zoom link. You just share it and somebody says to you, from everywhere. Can I share this to my sister? Can I share this with somebody in Calgary? Yeah, feel free. Can I share this with somebody in Ireland? So we're just everywhere to see to our women being empowered.
Okay. So is there any criteria for people to join? I know there is no age criteria. No. You attend to young ones, youth, and women alike. Is there any criteria to join? And how do people join you from all over the world?
People join us online, and what we do majorly is we have a simple form, and you don't need to pay to be a part of Women of Dignity International, because we believe when we all come together, no matter what you can teach someone something else. Yeah, so it's free. You're joining the Women of Dignity International to become one who can empower others. We're empowering ourselves to empower others. So it's just free. Join us online. You can give us a call. You can reach out to us on the website. We're still working on it, and you're part of us.
Okay, all right. Thank you for coming into the studio. Viewers,
thank you.
You've heard so much from Mrs. Mercy. She is the founder and president of Women of Dignity International, WODI, as it is fondly called by everybody. For women that are looking to better themselves in whatever area that you might think, or whatever issues that you are having now, that you need to talk to another woman that can actually guide you in anything, not only in this part of the world, Canada, everywhere that you are, you could actually talk to WODI, Women of Dignity International. You can join them. You can be part of their training programs to empower you, to empower the society also. And again, if you're having any event or any birthday and you are looking forward to donating to a cause, I think this is a good cause for you to donate to. Remember, when you empower a woman, you are empowering a society. When a woman is being empowered and being trained, the society, the children, the younger ones, even the adults alike are going to get training from such women. So for our viewers right out there, globally, all over the world, we enjoin you to join Women of Dignity International to make an impact in other people's life. And for those that are seeking to assist people, just like she said, about funding, about anything, equipment, about programs, and they have a food bank also that they give food out to people. So it is a very good thing and a very good program if they get that support. So thank you so very much, Mrs. Mercy, for coming to the studio. We will once again in the nearest future be inviting you for our program. Thank you.
It's wonderful.
Thank you, viewers. Today we have come to the end of today's discussion about empowerment. We had in the studio Mrs. Mercy. She is the president and founder of Women of Dignity International, WODI. So I will want to drop it here and say, watch this and many other programs, interviews on our website, www.dignitv.com, and all our social media platform at DigniTV. Thanks for watching. See you some other time. Bye.